Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are doing great. And we are in the lockdown since so many days, and I hope you're safe. I hope you're keeping yourself safe. I hope you are doing everything you can to spread awareness about this pandemic which we are facing. Do your duty, do your best to keep yourself safe, keep your family, friends, everybody safe, spread the word, stay at home as much as possible, and together I think we can get through this phase easily. A few more days are there, but we can't stop now because portions have to be completed. So I thought instead of just sitting at home and doing nothing, let's shoot some videos and shoot it to you. I'll be doing some videos on brand planning and management. My political communication syllabus is almost done. We have already finished that. A couple of topics are remaining. If we don't have time, I'll send the videos. But we still have some topics left in brand planning and management. So I thought I would do it, some videos, and I will send it to you across so that we can be on track when we get back. Okay. So let us start with brand planning and management. I'm going to do today's topic, a couple of videos I'm going to do on new product development process. Okay, new product development process, how a new product is developed, what is the importance of new product development. I'll be saying some names, some words. You don't have to write it down. I don't think I'll be able to write anything here because I'm doing it on the cell phone, and I frankly tried many video editors, nothing worked. Some things have this, then they don't have that. So I have a basic video editor which allows me to shoot a video, edit it, and put it together and send it to you. So, but I will send you the links, some important links which can help you understand what I'm going to say. Some words, some names, anything which I keep saying, some notes regarding this video which I am doing right now, I will send it to you with the mail in the link. You can check your mail along with the link for this video. Okay, so you first watch the video, then read the notes and links. That's how we do it. Okay, so let's start with brand planning and management, new product development. We all know what a product is, and I'm not going to restrict myself to product, but we are going to discuss services, ideas as well. But for all matters, I'm going to use the word product. It will encompass services, ideas, people, everything. But for the sake of clarity, sake of economy, we are going to use the word product. New product development is an integral part of healthy growing economy. Okay, many experts believe that this is to be a healthy growing economy. Companies need to keep coming up with newer products, newer version of the products. Sometimes they're completely new, sometimes they are a variation of the particular product which they already have, but coming up with innovative products, keep on changing, improvising is very important. New product development contributes to the economy by generating revenues and profits to a corporation that otherwise would not have been generated. You know what revenues are? The entire sales of a particular company in a particular year is known as revenue. Whatever is left after paying salaries, taxes, electricity bill, blah 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 blah, whatever remains is the profit. So new product development contributes to the economy by generating revenues and profits to a corporation that otherwise would not have been generated. How do we conceive an idea? What are the process? There is a simple process, 8-step process, which I will elaborate later. Maybe in another video I will elaborate that. An idea is conceived and qualified in terms of opportunity and overall business sense. What did I just say? Opportunity and overall business sense. Let's take opportunity. What is opportunity? Opportunity means some chance where we can make money. Obviously, that's what the company wants. So you see an opportunity, a company sees an opportunity. Let's make a video out of. Let's make a product out of this, and we can make money. But it should also make sense to our business uh, uh, business model. For example, I was telling you, Harley Davidson saw an opportunity that they can make perfumes, but it did not make sense with their overall business model and business positioning. So the opportunity was there, but wrong decision on part of um, Harley Davidson. There are many products like that which we can discuss, where they have used opportunities as well as made sense of overall uh, business. But new product should always have an opportunity and it should make sense in terms of business. Okay. Now, making new products costs a lot of money. Okay, there are a lot of costs involved. For example, so these are the costs which are involved in a new product development. You can see there are so many costs are there, especially when during the idea generation itself there is a lot of uh, costs involved. But not just that. If you look at investment and development, manufacturing, sales, customer, and with the customer comes the future planning. We can't ignore that one. Okay, so there are so many costs involved here. Market planning costs, like we will discuss, surveys, customer interviews. Then we have the product planning costs, which itself takes a lot of time. Sometimes the product planning takes a lot of different lot of time. For example, some of the products which we know by now, the cars, some health products, they come out after months of research and months of inputs from many different kind of um, departments, and all these departments have their own costs, so this costs keep piling up. We look here, we have intellectual property creation cost. That is, you have something which uh, you have done something new and you need to patent it, because otherwise anybody can use your technology and make money out of it. When it comes to manufacturing, we have manufacturing cost, we have setup cost to set up a manufacturing unit. Remember Kellogg's, they came all the way to India, set up a manufacturing unit, and they even brought the material and labors. But then they understood that the customer is not ready for their um, product, because Indian customers, they are very much interested in um, heavy food in the morning, not cereals. And now they have set up another biscuit manufacturing unit, and that's how they are making money. So a lot of costs are involved, and of course the sales part is there. We need to have sales distribution, we need to make deals with the retailers, the wholesalers, the distribution channel has to be set up. Lots and lots of costs are there. So new product marketing development is not an easy task. There is too much of development from this part to this part. It's a huge cost burden. There are costs associated with the activities, these activities such as market planning costs, surveys, customer visits, and demographic data analysis. There are also costs in taking the opportunity and the market data fed back, and collating them into a product opportunity. The cost, what are the costs involved? It's like we have already discussed, there are many things involved: market planning, surveys, customer is the key here. The customer should say, well, I need this product, but sometimes the customers do not know whether they need a product or not. Sony Walkman, for example, nobody knew that we need that product. Okay. What else? What about shaving for men? Gillette saw that opportunity for disposable razors, made it. Earlier it was wet shaving. They had to do the sharpening again and again. Gillette came and said, okay, we'll give you disposable razors, use it for 1 week or so, and then you can buy a new one. Okay, so there are costs involved, but there are also chances of making a lot of money involved. Okay, let's now discuss certain types of new product development and their contribution. Totally, there are 6 types of different types of products and their contribution. The first one is new to the world products. The second one is new product lines. Third one is addition to some existing product lines. Improvements and revisions of existing products is number 4. Number 5 is repositioning. And number 6 is cost reduction. Now we'll see one by one these 6 different types of uh, new products which can be said. The first one is comes under the category of it's completely new to the world category. That is, these are revolutionary products. Nobody had thought about them. Nobody had made any attempt to make a product like this. These are somewhat revolutionary in the marketplace, in that the marketplace had never been exposed to this particular product directly. Perhaps only as a conception, maybe, or prediction from a futurist. For example, you can take the example of the cell phone. Nobody realized that cell phone would be as big as it is now in 2020. One of the first instances where cell phone was used and shown was Star Trek series in the 1960s. And at that time, people thought that this was too futuristic and this is not possible. Okay. Another thing which we can discuss here is maybe the memory chip, which totally put Kodak out of business. Memory chip which put Kodak out of business. Nobody thought that cinema rolls will be outdated, but they were outdated. So they were all revolutionary kind of products which are known as new to the world. They're totally new. The iPod is not new. I'll come to that. Apple products most of them are not really new, but we'll come to that. How Apple changed, we have already discussed, but it's important that we discuss that a little later at the conclusion of this particular video. Okay, so the second type of products are called new product lines. These new categories of products allow entry into newer markets not previously participated by the manufacturer. By adding the categories, manufacturers must be careful to protect the positioning of their existing products, which generates the bulk of the revenue for them. Okay, I'll repeat, these new categories of products allow entry into newer markets not previously participated by the manufacturer. For example, if you look at this is Himalaya Huggies. Sorry, Himalaya diapers. Sorry, Himalaya diapers. And Himalaya has a lot of line extension, so they recently got into this also. So they have this is kind of a new market for Himalaya. Pampers and Huggies are having the lead over there, but Himalaya said we'll also try, and they've come up with something new. And Huggies is also there. Huggies is also part, but Huggies has been Huggies for a long time, so it has a big lead. And they have variations of the products. For example, that's where we come to the third type, addition to existing product lines. Huggies started out as a product for baby diapers, but then they had to come up with many variations of their products for XL, double XL, newborn baby, weight wise diapers, So these comes under the third category, that is additions to existing product lines. These efforts support existing product lines by creating line completers to extend the influence of the original product brands to a larger audience, or extending the range, the power, and the scope of the original brand. So there is always an original brand, and there are extensions to that. We have discussed line extension and brand extension. All are done in attempt to secure more of a market. Huggies is a good example. We have Haldiram's here. Haldiram's here. They are into kurkure and all these things. They would be into they were into son papdis, but they're concentrating on the eatable market. They started with a small kurkure thing. They went into a lot of different packaging, lot of different items. So if you're feeling hungry, go and grab yourself a packet of Haldiram's or whatever you want. I'm not promoting Haldiram's here. You can take whatever you want. Home learning, do as you want. Okay. Another example of the third type of category would be you have seen of M&M candy company. They would extend their products to, let's say they have a chocolate bar. They'll come up with a peanut version, or they can come up with an almond version or a dry fruit version. Or sometimes they will come up with seasonal chocolates, like maybe for Christmas or Easter too. These are examples where you can come up with the third type, that is adding new product lines. The fourth one, will come to the fourth one now. The fourth one involves improvements and revisions of existing products. Fourth one is a very good example we can give is as the time marches on, customers have higher expectation from these kind of brands. So you have improvements. You have the basic brand, but you also have some improvements on the brand. It's not guaranteed that it's going to work. This improvements, for example, vanilla Coke, nobody wanted it. So it becomes necessary to improve the company's offerings to increase the market share, or to retain it. Sometimes just by redesigning the product or repackaging it, a company can offer a greater value or satisfaction to the customer. Okay, the customer can get the just by improving the product, saying that okay, now this is it. Now we have improved this, and we have added this, and this will give you this benefit. Okay. So we come to the fifth type of product, new product development, and that's very basic, very interesting. It's repositioning. Repositioning a product means increasing or maintaining market share through repositioning. It's kind of an exercise in changing the perception in the minds of the consumer. I am reminded of one example which I've already given in the class, that is the Pears soap. Right now it is known as a beauty soap, but years before, about a century back, we had Pears men's shaving soap. Totally different from what it is right now. They didn't have beauty soap. But somewhere down the line they did a decision to reposition the soap, change a little bit of ingredients here and there, and make it a beauty soap. Now Pears is known completely as a beauty soap. Nobody associates it with shaving, especially with shaving and men's market. Okay, so repositioning something from one place to another. Marlboro's example I had given in the 80s in the US. Marlboro was a woman's cigarette, but they repackaged it and repositioned it to make it sound and look like a male cigarette, a macho cigarette. Check out that. You have to check out the Marlboro campaign. It was done by Leo Burnett. I had already mentioned this in the class. How they repositioned Marlboro from a women's brand to a men's brand. Okay. So this is what it is, repositioning. And the final one, the sixth type of sixth type of new product is when a company reduces cost reduction. Basically, that's one of the ways you can change the perception of the people. Companies have to obtain new ones by a carefully executed new product development process, but they also face a problem. Although they must develop new products, the odds weigh heavily against the success. So that is another thing. That's what it is. The sixth one says that if you reduce the cost, you will have certain benefits, but it is not very long term. So we'll now look at a picture which we will see and understand what are the different ways of how these six types of products compare with each other. Okay. Now we'll look at the comparison. We'll make a comparison of these six product types, and I have made I didn't make this. I took it from a book, a very good book. I will put the name of the book in the mail. It's the type of development, time to introduce the product. If you see, the new product takes the longest to be introduced, right? It takes the longest to be introduced in, that is the new to the world product, but it also has highest potential for contribution to economy and highest potential for revenue contribution to the company, and you can make a lot of money margin out of this new product. What is a margin? Cost versus selling price. Okay, new products can have a lot of margin, and you can make a lot of money out of it. Okay, I was telling you about Apple's iPod was not a original product. It was kind of adding to the existing thing, right? So it was not necessarily a new product. It was more of an improvement on a new product. But what was new in that period, and why Apple made so much of money, is because they made iTunes. Okay, iTunes. Now, iTunes was a revolutionary model. iPod made it possible to not just iTunes. Everybody thinks iTunes is a software to manage your music, but it's not. You can actually sell your music. Some people don't want to buy the entire album. They can buy just only one song if you want, and you can make money out of it. You have only one song, upload it on iTunes, you can make money out of it. You don't have to make the entire album like earlier. You can see how that changed the music industry, and that would be something what we call new to the world. Okay, but iPod itself was not new. So new product lines, that is creating new products for existing product lines. Okay, it takes long time, but there's also high potential for revenue contribution to the economy and revenue contribution to the defense. So the potential margin is also high. Okay, so add to existing, medium. So you can see, as and when the cost reductions has the lowest potential when it comes to providing contribution to the economy, and shorter but it takes shorter time to introduce. Okay, so you can see the time to introduce a product is longest in the newest, very new category, revolutionary product, and cost reductions is just the same product with different cost, so it doesn't take too much of time. So it's a spectrum, it's a continuum of time to introduce. You can also see the margins here is very medium when it comes to cost reduction. In fact, if you reduce your cost, your margin is going to come down. So these are the different ways you can compare the product. So that's it. That's about the overview of the new product development, and I would like to now go on to make another video. Okay, it'll be too heavy in in the same video to have, and that is the process of making the that's the process of making the new product. Okay, there are 8 steps, and as you can see here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 steps are there, starting with idea generation to commercialization. We'll go step by step of this process in the next video. When we come back, I'll send this video as soon as possible. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you have learned something, and hopefully you like having this video kind of classes, so that we can finish our portions, so that we don't have much strain when we come back from our lockdown. And coming back and speaking of lockdown, stay safe, guys. Please make sure that you're safe. Wear the mask, wash your hands, go out only if it is required. If you need anything from us, please phone us or call us, or mail us, or messages. We are always available to take your doubts, not just about the subject, but about dissertation and project, or whatever you want. Stay in touch and be safe. Take care of yourself and your family. I'll see you in the next video.